At this point of time, the fact that all of us are watching the most varied movie content online, I thought it was essential for us to visit the films that say something different, present something new, and showcase sheer talent. There are some films that I visited this week which present stories of unique individuals, the real life struggle of a section of society that is still unheard to the masses, and presents actors that are either relatively unknown to India or are still struggling to make a mark for themselves because they're still trying to fit the bill of what is acceptable. These are films that are extremely humble in its treatment, budget, and storylines, but require the numbers so that true cinema can get appreciated. Getting right into it, here is Tried&Refused Productions with 7 spectacular Indian movies of outsiders you need to watch and support now. IMAGO. One of the most real and powerful films that I recently saw was the Marathi film directed by Chaman and Vikram Patil titled IMAGO. The title references the last stage of an insect during metamorphosis, considered to be a stage in which the insect reaches maturity, much like the main character of this beautiful film, Namrata, played by Aishwarya Gedar, a reclusive but bright student in a village near Kolhapur who has vitiligo, a skin abnormality that causes patches of skin losing pigmentation. The creators had several deliberations to come to the decision of their casting, and rather than hiring an actor and putting makeup on the individual, they actually hired an actor with a condition to provide authenticity to the character. The movie sheds light on the ostracization that individuals feel just for being different, the surface level judgment that exists within society, and the necessary need for a source of strength from an external force, in the form of Amol Deshmukh in this film, who plays Namrata's teacher. The movie balances perfectly between not making the protagonist a victim and shoving the condition of Namrata in our face to develop sympathy. It is truly a genuine journey of self-discovery that I would recommend you check out on Netflix. Tu Hai Mera Sunday. If you want to watch a film that truly represents the city of Mumbai and the characters that you will meet on a daily basis or are in your friend group, then you have to watch the delightful Tu Hai Mera Sunday directed by Milind Damde. The film on the surface is a group of friends that just get together every Sunday to play football, but is a representation of the beauty of the city in which individuals from all walks of life assimilate and celebrate life. Mumbai is a city made of mostly transplants, everyone having their own unique story, and how such individuals create a niche for themselves in the hustle and bustle, and in a city that barely has space, has an odd charm of its own. The film is a representation of the several conversations that you may have had with your friend group. Questions like, what are we doing? What is our purpose? And are we just constantly escaping our reality? Tu Hai Mera Sunday will stay with you, trust me. A beautiful cast including Barun Sopti, Avinash Tiwari, Shahana Goswami, our very own Mambo from Ishq Vishk, Vishal Malhotra, Rasika Duggal, and the man who leaves the biggest impression, Nakul Bhalla. By the way, this is also a petition to have Barun Sopti in films. The man is just so bloody good. You can watch this heartfelt film on Disney Plus Hotstar. The Lift Boy. A movie that I brushed off as any other generic film as it popped up on Netflix, and I highly regret my dismissive attitude, is the Jonathan Augustin directed film The Lift Boy. The movie, which focuses on Raju, played by Moin Khan, who takes over the job of his father, a lift boy in a posh building in Mumbai due to him falling sick, is a very humble and sincere attempt at showcasing a human story. The movie, barring its amateur visual representation that you have to look past, showcases the reality of several individuals in the city of dreams, how they get ready for their blue-collar jobs in the chawls and enter high-rise buildings and are constantly stimulated by a lifestyle they only have aspirations for. The film creates a beautiful relationship between Raju and Mrs. D'Souza, played by Naila Masood. A film that represents relationships devoid of class, culture, or creed, and stays together due to an unexplainable bond that lasts by an act of kindness that came straight from the heart. The film represents some extremely earnest performances, that too a seamless multilingual performance by the cast, and a film that will definitely leave an everlasting smile on your face. Chaman Bahaar. A film that released directly on Netflix this month was the Apurva Dhar directed film Chaman Bahaar, starring Jitendra Kumar in the lead role. Jitendra Kumar has honestly created a space for himself as an actor that can convincingly tell stories from the heartland with ease. Chaman Bahaar is one of those films that, despite its tehrav and slow pace, steadily makes you a part of the environment of the eccentric village folk and their aggressive takes, but in their minds, totally logical decisions. It is extremely difficult to represent a love story without having any interaction of the principal characters. In many ways, Chaman Bahar stands out as a unique love story due to that very creative decision. एक तरफा प्यार अगर रियल और ऑथेंटिक होता तो ऐसा ही होता. The range of characters that pine and stalk is just a noise in the background. The real story is how people can go through the entire gambit of emotions just by a look or glance of a person you feel unexplainably drawn to. You can check out the film on Netflix. Ye Ballet. A movie not many people know about and is a story that is extremely close to my heart was the 2019 film directed by Suni Taraporewala titled Ye Ballet. I was a part of the Danceworks Performing Arts Academy in New Delhi for over 8 years. I used to work as a dancer in the Kingdom of Dreams and did rigorous training in jazz and contemporary. I remember when the Danceworks had announced its project to introduce Indian children to celebrate foreign instructors and learn from them, and also created a space for underprivileged kids. Everyone knew the story of Amir, the boy who had a natural gift in ballet class, whose body would imbibe the art form with such ease and precision. Ye Ballet tells the real story of the influence of Yehuda and the journey of Amir from the chawls of Mumbai to New York City Ballet. Manish Chauhan and Achintya Bose are the vessels of this true story. One, a freestyler from the slums of Mumbai, and a dance reality show contestant with no training. It's easy to judge from a distance when you see boys wearing hot pants and doing ballet for the masses, a visual representation that is still, according to most Indians, not manly enough for them. The amount of rigorous training and work for these students put in actually showcases the attention to training that is required for the exquisite end product you see on stage. If you have ever seen the 2000 film Center Stage directed by Nicholas Hittner, this is our attempt at matching that. Our first step. If you think ABCD is the reality of most dancers in India, trust me, it doesn't even scratch the surface. If you want to see the daily battles that performing artists face both socially and monetarily, this is an accurate representation of exactly that. Axone. Focusing on a group of friends trying to cook Axone, a fermented soya bean dish with a strong odor in their apartment for their friend's wedding, is the premise of this heartfelt film directed by Nicholas. What may seem like a unique concept is actually the reality of several sections of society, living away from their homes. This film sheds light on the casual racism and the daily struggle of Indians. Yes, Indians wanting to feel belonged in their own country. If you have ever had friends from Northeast India and have chilled with them in South Delhi, especially places like Saket and Safdarjung, this is their daily routine. The problems with the landlords, constantly being lectured at, being judged for their carefree attitude and extremely confident sense of style and fashion, it takes place on a daily basis. There is a sense of ignorance from majority of India to the customs, traditions and sensibilities that come from the beautiful Seven Sisters and want to make a mark for themselves in any Indian metropolitan city. The film showcases the tolerant nature of the population and, most importantly, the need of the hour to live and let live. Axone is a beautiful film that will make you learn, humble yourself, and will just be a gentle reminder to everyone to be kind to one another. It's a concept that is generic but barely practiced, and trust me, it goes a long way. Chippa. If you remember the heartbreaking film Lion starring Sunny Pawar and Dev Patel, you know how Sunny completely stole the show in that film. Chippa is a movie that I would recommend this week so hard because it showcases a powerhouse of an actor in that small boy. Much more talented and gifted in so many ways compared to so much of the mediocrity we get to see in cinema. Directed by Safdar Rahman, it focuses on a deserted boy who lives on the streets of Kolkata and his night out, exploring the world and the variety of characters he bumps into that exist and have their own unique stories. Sunny will win your heart through this film with his expressions, his earnestness, and this undefinable comfortability in front of camera at such a young age. That, coupled with the brilliant writing by the director himself, Chippa weirdly stayed with me for many days as it showcased every range of emotion just through the journey of a boy in one night. The film with its screenplay comes to a heartbreaking conclusion, and I would highly recommend you catch this amazing film on Netflix. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below whether you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.